like to call to order the Finance Committee meeting for December 20th, 2022 at 5:45 p.m. Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Attendance roll call.
Alderpersons Wolf.
Here.
Hamel.
Here.
And Kubaki.
Here.
We have a quorum present.
Thank you. Statement of public meeting.
The meeting was noticed in accordance with the open meeting law.
Thank you. Approval of the minutes from Finance Committee meeting on November 22nd.
Move to approve.
Second.
Any discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? That passes. New business. Recommend approval of Fleet Farm Stormwater Management Practice Maintenance Agreement.
Move to approve.
Second.
Any questions for Scott or anything?
I'm just amazed
How
at
fast
the
it's going up.
4,000 feet of piping,
Oh.
8-foot piping they put in. It's absolutely amazing.
Yeah, it was sitting there forever. Everyone thought it was like, well, where's that all going? I'm like, under
Yeah.
the parking lot.
Wow,
Underground storage.
crazy.
Any other questions? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? That passes. Recommend approval of an agreement with HydroCorp for a cross-connection control program.
Move to approve.
Second.
Discussion, questions? Hearing none, all those in favor say aye.
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 Opposed? That passes. Recommend approval of a private property infiltration and inflow reduction agreement with Milwaukee Metropolitan Sewer District.
Motion approved. Second.
Discussion?
Is there a problem with downspouts being hooked up to the sanitary sewers? Is it? No?
Hello? Okay, so what this is when we pay that $4 million, $3 to $4 million bill every year, they set aside for a large amount of money for the PPI program. What this is they're saying from your sanitary lateral on private property, from your house to the right-of-way line, there's leaks. And as stormwater gets into those leaks, that causes more kind of like liquid to get into the combined sewer, which eventually gets down the Jones Island, eventually causes them to have to dump. So they're trying to look at every community. What we have to do is, if we don't spend this money, we are going to lose this money, and we are sitting on a lot of money. So the first one we did about a year ago, which is going to go out to contract or out to bid, will be out to bid in January, is we looked on the west side of Little Muskego Lake. Now we looked on the east side of Little Muskego Lake. And what we do is we bring our camera in, we take a look, and we can see clear water coming into the sanitary lines. Now, why this is interesting, it's all on private property, but this is the program. It's to fight the stormwater that's coming in on private property. What we have done, and with our program is, we are replacing everything. We are digging it up, replacing the lateral from the home all the way to the right-of-way, no cost to the resident, full restoration, everything. And we have found that this works. If you do it in other communities where they say, let's get a person to do a fifth of it, they're not going to care. They're not going to do it. So we pay for everything. And why we like to do a replacement of lateral is we know what goes in. We have an inspector there, so we can see everything that's going on for that connection.
So I should clarify that this is not the downspouts, this is the sewer lateral.
Yeah.
Right, but I'm wondering if people had hooked up to that because it,
Well, people will hook up, you can hook up to the storm sewer, which is a different sewer from your
Right.
your
Yeah.
downspouts, you can hook into that, but you can't hook into the lateral.
This is definitely an issue in mostly urban areas like West Dallas, Bayview. We're
It's a bigger issue in
Yeah.
in Shorewood and Milwaukee where
Yes.
they have a combined, they don't have separate
Right.
sewer and
Right.
storm sewers,
Yeah.
it's all one. That's
Okay.
that's really where they should be spending the money, but.
gotcha. Okay.
And by the way, this money keeps coming. It's each year, and we have to spend it. So
Can we
just
opt out of this like we can the green infrastructure and then use it on our own?
This is one that you cannot opt out of.
Okay.
It has been brought up, but they're still not there. We can hold it over like a couple of years and didn't do a very large project. But again, I think the last one that we're doing is about 700, 800,000. This one's 950,000, and we still have money that we need to spend the following year too, so.
Some of the things we've done in the past on this years ago was replacing manhole covers to make them more watertight, so when it rains, more stuff's coming in. Scott can tell me that if I'm right, but I'm guessing we're running out of ideas after this one.
So we've covered every manhole cover. We did them all. This is basically the best solution for this PPI stuff. We're kind of limited. It's for private properties. You know, it's very limited on what we can do. So
Okay.
So this is something we'll be getting every year?
we get about, right now, I think it varies, but it's anywhere between $400,000 to $500,000 a year. We've just built it up because we didn't know what to spend. And what's happening is it looks bad for MSD if we don't spend it. So they basically said, if you don't have a game plan to start spending this, we are going to take it away and give it to another community. So we said, guess what? We're going to come up and spend it. So
And basically, this is our money that we're putting in, they're giving back.
Yes.
But if we don't use it, they take our money
Correct.
again away.
The surcharges are surcharges. That's what we pay. They're trying to let us build their infrastructure or the infrastructure on our end to make it less costly for them when they process our sewage. Similar to, I guess, like the electric company gives you rebates on putting LED bulbs in and things like that, so.
Okay.
All right, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? That passes. Recommend approval of, recommend approval of a letter of credit reduction for Muskego Biotech Building LLC.
Motion approved.
Second.
Discussion? This building's really coming along quick. Scott was saying they probably have windows put in this week, or they're already putting
you
in?
got about 75% to 80% of the windows already in. The parking lot is already in. It's striped already. Most of the outside is done. They got the roof on. I bet you they'll have that pretty much sealed up in the next 2 weeks.
They're having a New Year's party there.
Yeah. So, I don't know if anyone drives past it or sees it,
Yeah.
but yeah, it's pretty impressive how quick that thing came up, so.
I think that and Fleet Farm, or Farm and Fleet, whatever, the weather has helped.
Fleet Farm, but yes.
Fleet Farm, yeah, get confused, they sound the same.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? That passes. Recommend approval of parking fee change for Idle Aisle.
Move to approve.
Second.
Discussion or questions? Hearing none, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? That passes. Recommend approval of increased fees for the 7 boat launches on the lakes in the city of Muskego.
Move to approve. Second.
Discussion, questions?
Yeah, I saw something, we're gonna have somebody there monitoring the launch again.
Yes.
So we're going back to that. What about the parking station that's there?
So the
Is
parking
that-
station will stay.
Okay,
We will have a attendant at Idle Aisle, and the reason that we can charge above the $8 base that the DNR has is, like, if you have an attendant, you can charge more. If you have restrooms, you can charge more. If you have a certain color light, no, I'm kidding on that part, but I mean, there's all these different things where you can go above the $8 and it really kicks in at boats of 20 feet or more. So you have the $8 base, and then it goes up from there.
so what is the attendant gonna be doing?
Tammy? Tried to keep you out of it, but now we're running out of my answers.
So they're going to be making sure people are paying. We're still going to utilize the pay stations. They're going to be helping measure boat lengths as they're coming in, so people know if they have to pay larger, because the fee is larger for a bigger boat.
Right.
And then also making sure for residents and non-residents, and then their crowd control within the park. So they won't be just solely for the launch. They'll be reminding the other people to pay and can't park on the grass, can't light off fireworks, all those fun things that happen there.
Okay.
So there'll be a parking attendant
Right.
for the whole park.
Okay. So question, you mentioned they're gonna help measure the boats. How are they gonna do that?
We'll have to paint some lines on the,
Lines, or you could just look at the name of the,
yeah.
Well, mine doesn't have a number on it.
yeah.
I know that's the
Yours is
case in
over, yours
most
is over
cases.
20 feet, though.
Just by 10 inches.
Yeah, well,
We're just gonna put your picture
still
there
gotta
that says you paid for the
still
26
makes it
footer.
21 feet.
Yeah. So yeah, we'll have a system where.
Does that include the swim platform or no?
Yes.
Okay. I better get the season pass.
Well, and that's one of the things, the season pass and being a resident does save you money by
Right.
doing that, so. Any further questions? Hearing none, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? That passes. Recommend approval of an increased credit limit on the Elan credit cards from 3,000 to 5,000.
Motion to approve.
Yeah.
Second.
So what we're running into is department heads, especially like Public Works, and when they go to order stuff, they are hitting their limits on it. So they're using multiple cards within the same department. Getting around it, just a $5,000 fee is probably appropriate for the way we use it. Anything over that, we typically do through a PO and a check, but hitting that we're hitting into the ceiling of that 3,000 too often. So it's my recommendation that we bump it to 5. Questions? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? That passes. Voucher approval.
Motion to approve utility vouchers in the amount of $53,084.74.
Second.
Discussion. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? That passes.
Motion to approve tax vouchers, $44.09.
Second.
Discussion. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? That passes.
Motion to approve general fund vouchers, the amount of $666,992.39.
Second.
Discussion. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? That passes.
Motion to approve wire transfers for payroll and invoices in the amount of $782,118.50.
Second.
Discussion. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? That passes. There is no finance director's report. Any communications or miscellaneous business? If not, a motion to adjourn would be in order.
Motion to adjourn.
Second.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? We're adjourned at 5:56.